Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm David Cammy, and it is Monday the 13th of March 2017. Now, here's a quote from a letter that somebody I know sent to the CEO of their borough council. And when they were in communication with the borough council, by the way, they never took their eye off the ball, or the marked man, I suppose you could say. CEO, that's it, you're the one, and I want your name. So they used his name, they never used legal fiction, Mr. or Miss, whatever. It was the name, the man. Exchange only with him. Anyway, I'm not going to go into all the details, but I'd just like to quote something from one of the letters that he sent, and it was this: a communication was sent from your corporation to this private property. It was addressed to a legal fiction. We were therefore unable to forward it on. Please update your records. I just love that paragraph. From a communication was sent from your corporation to this private property. We know it's a corporation you've got. We know it's got no allegiance to the sovereign. We know it's affiliated with international corporations such as ICLEI and so on. We know what you're up to. And by the way, this is private property. So private property you're not allowed on that because we have the common law. So that's sort of that very loaded first sentence. And then it went on to say it was addressed to a legal fiction. So listen, we know about you and your corporation. We know about legal fictions. And, where's the legal fiction? Unfortunately, they don't live. They're dead entities, as it says here. We were therefore unable to forward it on because, of course, a legal fiction is a dead entity. And this says a lot. And it's not surprising. He didn't really. I don't think he's heard from him for weeks and weeks and weeks from this council. Because it says, we know what you're up to, and we don't agree with it on all levels, and we know what legal fictions are. We know what the importance of the man is. We know the common law. We know that the common law is man on man. That's why I'm writing to you as a man, not using your legal fiction, and so on. I just thought that was an interesting little statement. Notice also they did it in the third person. We were therefore unable. They didn't give any information about themselves whatsoever, didn't sign it with their name, left them to do all the working out as far as that's concerned. Now, another thing that's been brought to my attention is letters sent from debt collection agencies. I don't like that word debt because generally speaking there is no debt at all because there is no contract. And also the money that is being demanded from these racketeers is usually the product of fake courts and fake jurisdiction, unlawful courts that are completely beyond all procedure, all lawful procedure. Unlawful corporate courts. It's like if I just write to my village and say, hey, you've all got to give me money, and then when they don't reply, I set up a little court in my bathroom, and we've got to get somebody to sit in there and say, okay, let's judge against them. The court's judged. Get in touch with a private corporation, ring them up. Hey, protection racket boys, we got some people for you to join some debts to buy, like that. That's what it's like. So I don't like that word debt. But anyway, these letters sent from debt collection, and you can often tell, I understand, you can tell that they are from debt collection agencies. They don't say we're from a debt collection agency on the front of the letter. They don't have all the other paraphernalia that other junk mail has. They just have a little thing at the back saying PO box, and if you look it up, you can often see what they are. And what this individual did when they got this letter from this debt collection agency, they just crossed out the address, to the legal fiction, and wrote, say his name was Mr. Let's look up it, Mr. Ptolemy, right? And the letter was to Mr. Ptolemy. So what he did, he didn't open it because he'd seen it was from one of these debt collection agencies. He put put a line through the address that was to Mr. Ptolemy. And he wrote, Mr. Ptolemy is dead. Please update your records. And of course, Mr. Ptolemy is dead because it's a dead entity. I just thought I'd report that to you. And I think that these little anecdotes help you understand what a legal fiction is and how it's used to, like a vampire, to be invited into your home and take you over. One of the methods I do know they use is that if you ignore them for long enough, what they end up doing, from what I understand, they end up sending you a recorded delivery, signed delivery. So that you go knock at the door, could you sign for this? And you look at it, you know, we've got to check who sends you stuff to sign. Who's it from? Oh, look, I don't know who that's from. It looks as though it's from the council. So you refuse it. Or, this is what I know has been done. It has been refused. We don't have that. We don't accept it. Because, of course, if you were to sign for a letter to the legal fiction, you are, you know, on the road, if not right on the road and on the way, you're certainly on the road to living as your legal fiction, living as the dead entity, and it allows them in. It's allowing in the vampire. So you've got to be very, because all these tricks, you've got to be very careful, because all these tricks they do to suck you into their corporate internationalist gingerbread house arena. And so I just thought that was an interesting little thing. Writing back saying Mr. Whatever is dead. It's not a lie, is it, ladies and gentlemen? Is it? Surely it's not a lie. So there we are. I just thought I'd give you those two little anecdotes to help you consider the legal fiction situation and the council tax situation, and begin to do whatever you want with it. Actually, I would like to say one more thing. Remember, do look up the law of voids, because if a judgment is made against you in these summary courts that they use, from what I understand, the law of voids goes right back. It's not like a tort, which I think torts only have 6 years and then you can't sue them, can't make a claim. They can go right back. So for example, if 10 years ago one of these summary courts that they have said, you've got to give us thousands of pounds, council tax or whatever, and sent you to prison or whatever they did, because you accidentally went under their jurisdiction, you can claim against them for damages for that, for not following correct procedure, because you need those 4 legs on the table, under the table. And for you to know what I'm talking about for the 4 legs under the table, I refer you to Richard Cornforth's videos. There's links to them on the Vital Videos page at the Common Law Nations Alliance website, and they're called Secrets of the Legal Industry, and there you'll learn all you need to learn. There's loads of information on there. I know somebody who's been listening to those videos, you know, for weeks on end, and there's more every time you listen to it. There's more information, but the law of voids is mentioned there, and you might think, well, it's an American. Well, that's good, yeah, because we're all common law nations. It does apply. So have a look at that as well, and I shall leave you with that to think about on this rather pleasant spring-like day, ladies and gentlemen. I shall speak to you soon.